Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Satisfactory. I'm Max Novalt, and we're here looking at the fruit of the last episode where we made this little baby weapons factory. And, just a couple nobelisks and some case industrial beams just because we had the concrete. But yeah, I've made a few slight changes. And before we check them out, do me a favor, scroll down, hit that subscribe button. We are like exploding on our way to 1,000, and I think with your help we can get there ASAP. One thing I want to point out real quick though before we get into it, I did do a little bit of designing in between, and I'll do a little bit more. I did a little bit on the live stream here, but take a quick look here. I added these little lights here. I think they look kind of nice. This little design over here, I mean, it's gonna evolve. We've got this nice little power tower set up here with a bridge, a little sky bridge to kind of complement that one. We got a whole walkway set up over here. So this area, let me kind of give you a better view here. So this setup, this and the steel are going to kind of both be a more permanent fixture. Now, whether or not everything stays here, well, that's certainly up for debate, right? Because we are going to today start on the starter factory. And so you can kind of see too what I'm doing. I'm just kind of taking stuff. We're adding some support there. I'll probably need to make some way for it to get up there. Enclose this a little bit, kind of just mess around a little bit, make it a little bit more aesthetic, put some walkways and things of that nature, but everything seems to be going pretty well, and let me tell you, look at that. Look at how fast these are coming out, right? Like, they're coming down, and we're doing great, right? We go here, we search for the little Nobilis, boom, we got 100 there, so we're doing great. Over here, yeah, I mean, we're getting there. We got a little here, we got a little there, blah, blah, blah. So, let's go take a look at kind of what we're going to do today. And to do that, we'll just slide on down. So you can kind of see what makes up the existing pre-starter factory, right? There's a lot of stuff in the way that we need to kind of get rid of, right? Because it's time. It's time to knock everything out, start putting in Mark II miners. Steel factory's still looking nice. And I want to set up more of these power towers too, because this getting around is really, really nice. So all of this has to go. It served us decently. It served us decently, but now I think it's time to start getting rid of everything. And to do that, we're literally just gonna mass select, start deleting. Foundations too, because I kind of have a plan. I have the makings of a plan, right? And honestly, it starts right there, right? So one of the things I'm thinking about, oh look, I didn't paint. That's the hub. That's where the hub was. Actually, let's go over right there. So as we collect this power slug, this little peak right here is kind of going to be the baseline for everything, right? So what I want to do is I want to kind of make, and we'll zoom, right, an elevated platform at about this level. So we'll go out, and I'm not gonna do just one big ol', let's go that far. I'm not just gonna make one big ol' slab. I mean, it'll start out as just a slab, right? But the idea I have in my head, right, is, well, first off, we need to kind of look around. So in this biome, and what I'm considering this biome, right, if we look at the map here, there's kind of, let's say, some natural barriers here. Like, this is a cliff face. That's kind of a natural barrier. This is also kind of a cliff face, although this is the route we take to get over to the coal plant, but I'm not really counting a lot of that. And all this right here is kind of cliffs and things of that nature. So I'm going to take, this is the pit. This is where our coal factory, no, I'm sorry. Our steel factory is over here. Our weapons factory is over here, right? So all of this area, I want to start and take all the resources here, dedicate them to, we'll call it the starter factory, right? And I've been doing some really, really rough calculations, right? I'm not 100% sure kind of how right I am, but I mean, if we look, right, there's tons and tons and tons of impure nodes. There's more over here, there's more over here, there's more over here, everywhere, right? And I'm calculating like real rough. There's upwards of at least 2100 ore per minute just in this biome, just iron ore, just with Mark II miners, right? So the idea, and one of the things I need to do basically, is go around to all of these little nodes, like even these, right? These are Mark 1s. We got to get rid of Mark 1s and put down Mark 2s. And I don't think I'm going to build this out with Mark 3 in mind, because I think we'll outgrow it by that point. But what I want to do, you know, if we kind of, we have two main things we need to do, right? If I go to the codex, motors, this is one of the highest tier parts that we can automate right now, right? And you can kind of see everything here. Like, we can't do this because we can't do circuit boards, right? I think we need plastic, and we haven't unlocked that, right? But if we're kind of going through here, right, we see the space elevator stuff, versatile frameworks. Well, that's steel. Well, we got steel. Automated wiring. Well, that's stators. So motors, rotor, stator. So we need to start, essentially, we're going to start with motors and kind of work our way back to use up a lot of the materials here, right? So I think the base, yeah, so this comes out at 5 per minute. Now, one of the nice things, in this biome, we do have like 720-ish copper ore per minute. So we could use that for wire. But we also have the iron wire recipe, right? So if we look at stators, well, that's pipes and wire. Well, wait, what is rotors? Oh, wait, pipes and wire. So we can really make a dedicated motor factory, or a motor module, let's say, that just pipes and wire, and we can make that out of iron. So the goal is to automate everything from motors on down, throw it all into dimensional depots, and kind of be done with it. But there is kind of the space elevator in the room, right? What am I going to do with this? So I think I've been pretty upfront about not wanting to keep this here. I want to eventually move all of this stuff into this area, right? This is out that way. You can kind of see I've got some stuff over there because we were exploring, but I want the space elevator to kind of come out over there. It's a little bit more centrally located to all of the stuff. I mean, obviously we've got like a ton of map left to open up, but the main base is going to be kind of somewhat over there. And I don't necessarily want to have a space elevator parts factory right here. So what I'm considering, and you guys let me know down in the comments what you think about that. I'm thinking about literally just box crafting the space elevator stuff for at least this phase, right? And if we kind of look at that real quick, this stuff is not difficult to make necessarily. You know, so what I could do, right? It's all in here. I can just get, you know, if we need this, what is it, 1,000? So we'll need 500 parts. So I'm going to need 1,000 reinforced iron plates, 1,000 rotors, right? 1, 1, 1. So I can just get a box. Actually, how do those even stack? Hold on, let me look. Okay. Reinforced iron plates are okay. So I need 10 stacks of reinforced iron plates and 10 stacks of rotors, right? I might just do this, put 2 boxes over here with those things. Boom, just set it and let it go, right? And then versatile frameworks, maybe the same thing. This is a little bit more complicated, but still. So this would need 200, right? 200 minutes or 200 sequences of this. Actually, no, I'm lying. 1 to 2. So this would be, let's see, this will do 500. So yeah, 500 modular frames. And then, what is this? This 6 to 1. So 6,000 steel or something. I mean, the math is there, right? But figure out the math and then just literally put this all in a box. And then automated wiring is pretty easy. Stator, cables, right? Just put it all in a box and let it just craft itself. That way we can launch it and kind of move on to oil, because that's something I really want to get into. And I don't think I can wait for the construction of this whole thing to get into oil, because oil starts to unlock things that we really want to get, like Mark IV belts and things like that. So that's kind of the plan. I'm leaning towards the box crafting, so let me know down below if you don't want me to do that, or you think I should make something not even semi-permanent but temporary and dedicated to the space elevator parts. But like I said, I'm kind of leaning towards the box crafting anyway. So my job now is to kind of clear this out and then and build this out a little bit, and then I'll kind of bring you back and show you what I've been working on. All right, welcome back. And you'll notice now that we just have an absolute ton of boxes here. I don't think they're all full. I think I've been getting rid of the ones that aren't full. But man, this is just the result of me tearing everything down and throwing it all back in here. So let's look at kind of what's been going on, because there's been some work. You'll see some stuff. So let's zoom on up there and we'll kind of go through the tour, where honestly it all starts at the hub, right? This is the center of operations for now. This is the, where we're going to kind of get into the next phases, craft, and I'll do that stuff. And we got our MAM over here, kind of off to the side. I'm probably going to put some boxes, little personal storage boxes, maybe right over here. And we can slap a couple down. I think 5 is fine. A little room back here, but not too much. So you can see our slab has expanded, right? We are slabbed out a little bit more because we need to make room for what's going on over here. Now, those of you who were at or watched the stream or watched the VOD that I think should be up, we made a blueprint. These are all blueprints actually. So I fiddled around with the blueprint designer for the first time in my life, and I realized that it's kind of crazy because I don't have any way of floating or flying or anything, right? So right now we've already got one blueprint, and this, to kind of break this down, this is 4 smelters feeding from the right to the left, right? So if we just load that, you can kind of see what we got going on here. And it's real simple. It's literally just 4 smelters, no recipe set. I had thought about, and I probably should, put the mergers on the back here. So actually, let's do that while I'm thinking about it, because I don't want, and since we're going right to left, that means the feed is coming from the right, and the output should also go to the left. So we're going to merge up. And the reason I'm going to put, mergers everywhere is because you don't know, you want your blueprints to be kind of as, let's say, versatile as possible. So I don't know, like I have over here. You see I don't have the mergers here. Well, I don't know if I'm going to merge all of these belts into one, right? Because all these together would be 30 times 8, which is 240. So I could technically do that on a Mark III belt. But, or if I'm just going to take 4 of them, So I should have probably done this, because I can slap 2 of these down and just run a belt from that one to the next one and no problem. So let's actually save this update, because save it. Yes, let's overwrite that. So cool. Oh, I need to clear it, huh? See, I've never really used this thing. Okay, so now I get rid of it and I get all the stuff back. Cool. So yeah, so that's the plan. This is just the first initial set of smelters. And you'll notice we have 16 of them, which if we do the math here, 16 times 30 is 480. And you might be wondering, where are we getting 480? Well, I've already kind of established that we have like quite a bit coming in. But you'll notice we've got these conveyor lifts going right into the floor. And let's go take a look at kind of what's feeding all those. And also give me a chance to show off this cool little walkway setup I have. So The idea is that the hub is on this platform and it's all nice and, you know, I wonder if I can paint those. It's all nice and supported. Oh, I can? Oh my goodness. I literally didn't know that. That looks so much better. Or maybe I should do black? Is that too crazy? Let's leave it like that for now. We'll see. You guys let me know. You let me know what you think. But the idea was, you know, we've got this nice like slope here. The idea was that we have this higher level kind of factory. Whenever I get to the corners, whenever we kind of fully define where the corners are going to be, I'm going to do supports to make it look like it's, you know, really like into the foundation, into the ground, and really supported. I might have some like supporting columns going down, but not quite like this. Something a little bit more fleshed out. Oh no. Something a little bit more fleshed out. Maybe even similar to what we have going on at the factory or the power plant, where we do, I don't know, something like a double ramp, maybe, that goes into just like a column down, vertical. You know, maybe something, I don't know, like that, but obviously like customized correctly. I think that could look kind of decent. Maybe make it a little bit more substantial feeling, and, you know, make that one a ramp and blah blah blah. But like something like this is really supported while still preserving this access here, right? I want, because even though the world grid doesn't quite line up to this trail right here, I'm going to put the supports in a way where you still have a wide open space here, right? So you'll notice as I'm kind of looking around that we have everything kind of on foundation. So let's go up. I made this like little access way so we can get up and kind of take a look. And of course, you know, I've got these metal things here to kind of make it look like it's supported too. But you'll notice we have right here, 1, 2, 3. Those are our normal iron nodes that we were using before. And I'm kind of just putting them all on foundations just to kind of like make it look nice and make it easy to kind of do logistics, right? So we have 1, 2, 3 normal nodes on a Mark II. So those are 120 each. And then over there, I'm combining, you know, I'm combining 2 impure nodes into, which are 60 each, into the fourth 120 line. So those are coming down and popping out over here. And I really liked this idea, right, of having these, like, you know, a lot of people do like a logistics floor or you know, something in between to kind of run all the belts and stuff. I really like this idea of having like a central kind of hub here, like almost like an intermediate logistics, or I hate calling it a logistics floor, but that's essentially what it is, right? Where, you know, you're just having these things come up and they're kind of branching off and going to the smelters up there, and you know, throwing these on here to kind of, I want to make it look like it's almost like lowering down from the middle of that. But that's like, this is purpose built, right? I kind of want these to be asymmetrical and not all look the same, not all be the same dimensions or the same kind of thickness or depth or anything like that, right? Almost like they're dynamically dropping down to receive resources, and then maybe they'll slide back up there or something, right? And then we're starting to work on, this is all stuff I was doing on stream. We're starting to work on more of the iron over here, right? So if we take a look, I had to make the decision, and I think it's a good one, to combine these impure nodes into a single one. But this kind of gives a good indication on what I want all this stuff to look like. Just kind of like these foundations that are kind of just only where they need to be, while still having nature everywhere. So there's a couple things here that I might change about this, right? I want to preserve the ability to maybe get vehicles through here, right? Or something, right? And you'll see this is kind of like a natural pathway that this thing kind of blocks. So what I may end up doing is actually extending this out, or even raising it a little bit over, and have everything like rise up to meet it. I don't know. I could also just build a bridge over it, you know? So there's a lot of options we have. Can I get up that? Oh man, I didn't think I was going to make that. So this is the next step of the iron that's coming in. And yeah, we're going to need to figure out how exactly we're going to distribute this all. And I try to do a little bit of design here just to kind of, you know, very reminiscent of the coal power plant, where it's kind of just, it's all supported. This I almost wish I had gone out one more, but I didn't want to run into that miner because I don't quite like this, but I guess it's fine. You know, maybe I could get rid of this. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. Maybe we'll add that back in. But I realize that there is also another issue that I'm going to have to work through, and I am not going to be able to do it right now. So we look at our power here. So our power is fluctuating, right? Another reason to get into phase 2 or into phase 3 so that we can get 600 pipes. But you'll notice that at the low points, and it can get even lower than this, our max production can drop to 975. Which, if you'll notice, if you look at our max consumption, if everything in our world is running, that's more than 975, right? And that's not even with any of this stuff online. Like, none of these miners are powered, and maybe they're taken into account. Maybe all of this is taken into account right here, but we're consuming upwards of 620, yeah, about 621 megawatts, and we don't even have, we're not even running anything, right? The only two factories we have going on are the weapons factory and the steel factory, and that's taking that much power. And of course our water extractors and our pumps and stuff at the coal power plant. But I think I'm going to have to expand that second area to account for this. Because, I mean, look, that's dangerously close. And we're about to plop on. I mean, I guess those aren't a lot, right? That's all accounted for in this. But, man, it's going to start getting close. And it might be worth it before we really flesh this out more to kind of get the power plant going. So let me actually take you over there so that we can see kind of like what the plan is. Because I mentioned that there was going to be, you know, a second floor or really a second floor, and kind of how that's all going to look. So let's take a look. And right away, as we get closer, normally, you know, we'd go that way and access everything. But you'll notice there's foundations up here now. There's a little bit of structure up here now. And this is kind of what I've been tinkering around with. I still have to figure out the design. But let's go farther down, and I'll kind of talk through it as we're going here. So I didn't like the idea, and pardon that, I cut that open so that I could get out and get up, right? But I didn't like the idea of just a slanted roof going all the way up. But I need to tie in this area with, like, the lower area with the upper power plant part that we got to put on, the additional 16 generators. So I'm toying with putting these kind of columns up there. Maybe I'll even use them to support the platform that the generators up there are going to be on. But that's kind of the plan, right? I'm gonna add some verticality here to kind of break up this really flat, even though it's slanted, it's still like a flat area. You know, maybe do something here that also kind of supports that, and then I don't know, maybe connect them all. Maybe they'll just be their own kind of architectural feature. Yeah, and then we'll start building that. I did also get a second doggo, by the way. And you'll notice we've got Twitch chat given the electromagnetic control rods. Thank you. And YouTube chat with the stators. So we got Twitch chat and YouTube chat. Or I'm sorry, Twitch chat, YouTube chat. Yeah, Twitch chat. There you go. So they're just hanging out here in the power plant. A little bit more sterile than the other one, but I honestly couldn't be bothered to move them all the way in there. Yeah, so the other things I need to do in here, and I'm kind of messing with things. I'm working on a stairway. This I think I need to redo to incorporate this that we're using because I don't really like where this is located. So this is going to be kind of like the new, I'll put like a door or something right here. You know, maybe, let's see. What do we want to do? Like, maybe a center door? Do something like that. And I can kind of put the sign, I put those signs there so I didn't have to remake them. So, you know, kind of make this a little bit more walkable. And, you know, we have our lower access. We'd have our upper level access. You know, this gets you across and looking at everything. You can get up here, you know, check out what's going on. And eventually, you know, here's the upper walkway where we've added in some lighting. And you can see out and look out more. I want to connect like this area. You know, I was thinking about making another balcony here. And that's still a work in progress. But I wanted to connect this area and, you know, kind of come back out from here. Because one of the things I need to do, right? I'm going to be taking the coal that's currently running under here and running it up this backside. So we're going to need to kind of block that off to run those elevators because I don't want you to necessarily see them. Although I guess it could look kind of cool, you know, to see them going up. And then this area right here, I'm kind of struggling with how I want to kind of wall this off, right? Like I don't necessarily want, if you're walking down here, to kind of just walk into like a big wall. You know, I've got this access area right here that I want to incorporate being able to get down there maybe. But yeah, I kind of mess around with these half foundations, and this might be what I end up doing. Even though I guess you could technically just kind of like walk onto this. I don't know. This is still kind of a work in progress, but you know, we'll figure it out. But yeah, so then up here, this is the platform, or this is the level where I want to start adding on the power plants, right? And I want to, up here, I want to make like a control area kind of feeling where, I mean, there's going to be a couple things that we need to incorporate, right? Water and coal being the main ones. Coal, like we already mentioned, will come up, I don't know, somewhere from down here, up here, maybe feed up somehow. We'll make it all look really nice. But over here, I know I talked about this before, but over here is where we're going to put the biomass plant, kind of the biomass backup plant. And I thought that was the perfect opportunity to also maybe get our water from over here. You know, maybe I put some water extractors in there and I can run the pipes over this way up into the factory, right? Or up into the power plant. The advantages to doing this are that I don't have any kind of, let's say, or I can use less pumps, right? Not that pumps are crazy, but if we look at them, what is that? Logistics. They use, I guess they only use 4 megawatts, right? But if we look, every 5 foundations is 4 meters, and we're like, or every 5 foundations is 20 meters, and it's like, well, that's 20 right there. And that's not even to where the water is down there, right? So we could be using 2 or 3 pumps each, and now all of a sudden for 16, you know, each one of them is going to be producing 75 megawatts and taking in 12, or, you know, we're automatically taking 12 off the top just for the pumps for each of those. So, you know, it's kind of just a numbers game, and I'm trying to maybe use less over here. And then the plans for when we get Mark III is, or even overclocking, is I think I'm just going to overclock everything. I can upgrade the belt speed on any of these belts to Mark III. And then, you know, once we have 600 pipes, I can overclock the water extractors and hopefully produce more power than we're using, right? So that's kind of the plan for here. And this might honestly be part of the next couple episodes, because I think the next one we're just going to do the space elevator parts one way or another. You know, maybe I just dedicate the beginning of You know what? Let's just build some of that now. Let's just build that factory. Let's build the smart plate factory and just get that stuff going, because it'll just make it worth it. I can just have it run in the background. You know what I mean? So let's run back over here and start working on that. Okay, so let's do some quick math here, right? I think the easiest way for me to figure this out is 111, right? And we need 1,000. So I need to put in 1,000 reinforced iron plates into this, which is 10 stacks, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And I think it's the same thing for this, right? So 1,000 rotors. Hopefully I have that. Okay, and then 1,000 rotors. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so this smart plating will just be done. I think this is the right thing to do. Because I think with oil, we can really start moving and grooving. Like really start creating some crazy stuff. All right, so for you, all right, so here's where the math gets difficult for me. So if it's one modular frame for every 2 versatile frameworks, that means I need half the modular frames as I need versatile frameworks, which means I should only need 500. So let's go check that out. And I'll put 500, right? 100, 200, 300, 400, 500. Okay, now this is where I have to think. Steel. So, I think if I'm looking at this correctly, for one, so since it's a 6-to-1 ratio, that means I need 6 times as much steel as I need frameworks. Right? Or is that crazy? I think I need 6,000 steel beams. Right? Or because this is 6-to-1 or 12 to, you know, it's like 6,000. Yeah, I think I need 6,000. I don't even know if I have 6,000 steel beams. Let's go check the steel factory. I will say though, this place looks kind of cool at night. I really do like these outdoor lights. I think I might want to incorporate them even into the build, right? The base. Steelworks. Oh, we should check on the boys here. What do we got? Dang. Okay. Okay. Well. What is this? Nuke Nobelisk? Are you serious? What am I going to do with that? Thanks. Okay. Was not expecting that. Let's go. I need a better way to get back here. Yes. Are we... We should be overflowing, yes? Yes. There's one. Nice. How is this looking? How many tickets do we have? Okay. That's not bad. All right, so this is steel beams, yes? That's pipes. Let me get over here. Can I even hold 6,000 here? Okay, so 6,000 divided by 200 is 30 stacks. And this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 times 3. That's only 24 stacks. I mean, we'll take it all. Unless I'm doing my math wrong. But I feel like... Right? 6,000... No. So 1,000... times 6... Yeah. I'm not crazy. Hold on. Versatile framework. I wish you could do like a... Okay, well, I guess you can, huh? Okay, it's 6,000. My math was not crazy. All right, well, we'll let that build up, and we'll come back for the other 1,000. or, you know, however much it is. It should go pretty quick with how fast we're making iron over here, or steel beams. So, man, I really do like this. I like the way this is all set up. It feels really cool to me. I got to figure this part out still, but let's get back to that base. All right, and I guess we'll just drop all the steel we can, and that'll kind of just start doing its thing. I guess another thing I could do is change the container, but maybe it's not that big of a deal. Okay, let's see here. So this is 1-to-1, so we only need 100 state ores, and I know for a fact, I mean, I think I might even have them like right here. Boom, like there's 100. Okay, so 100 to 100. This is 20-to-1, so we should need 2,000 cable. I do not have 2,000 cable on me, but I do have 100 state ores. And what's kind of nice is that because we have the full amounts in there, minus the steel, of course, but we can totally overclock those things to just do what we need to do. How much did I say I need? Shoot, what was it? What was that? Automated wiring. 20-to-1. So I need, yeah, 2,000. And these, so I need 10 of these, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, I have so much. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And 1 for me. Cool. Oh, you know what? I should get power shards. See, and that's another thing. Oh, you know what? I should probably drop this off too. All this crazy stuff. That's another thing that God, this is, see, yeah, I knew I had these in here. I'm so all over the place. I want to get the, where are they? Summer sloops, like up and running, because if I could just double the output for some of this stuff, then I wouldn't need to worry. Okay, so I have 7. That's it? Really? Man, I have got stuff just all over. The Mercer spheres just all to the wind. Wow. Okay. I guess I have 7. That's fine. That is okay. And we'll just throw these. Eight, 9, 10. Okay, so then now what I can do is I can do this should take 250 minutes. You know what? We'll overclock everything. We'll do it all. And you'll get 2. And you'll also get 2. 4 per minute. So we're, well, I mean, what's one more, right? 5 per minute, so 200 minutes. How much are you? 12 and a half? Okay. Actually, you know what? Let's take this out. And we'll put it in here. And these will only be temporary. Okay, so 5, 5, and 10 per minute. So this will be done in 100 minutes. Yeah, all right. So let's... Oh, you know what I should do is just run them over there. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Well, let me run some power real quick. And then I can just steal from here, yes? Why are you yellow? Oh, you don't have all your stuff yet. You know what I can do, actually? Oh, wait, do you have 3? Yeah, I'm going to take this. And I'm going to feed you, because you have the least amount, so you can finish the fastest. And what I'm going to do, I think we're going to finish this episode. That's kind of my plan here. So what I'm going to do to make this go fast, I'm going to max this out. When this is done, I will swap it to whichever of these recipes has less. And then kind of split the materials and have 2 of them going and blah, blah, blah. So in order to make this... Oh, you know what I could really do? This would be so interesting. It's kind of gross, though. Like, I don't think you would normally do this. But who cares? You know, we don't care around here, right? I'm just going to kind of arbitrarily go out. Hopefully that's far enough. Yeah, we'll go right to the middle there. Oh, didn't mean to do that. Good thing I have this parachute, though. I don't know what I'd do. Well, I mean, I know what I'd do. I'd fall everywhere. I mean, just because we're being kind of crazy doesn't mean we need to be monsters, you know? We can still make 90-degree belts and things like that. Let's go there. We'll do that. And since I'm not doing anything more than 120, this is completely fine. Oh, of course it's off a little bit. So then I'm gonna make it really off. Okay, I think that's it, right? Like, I think we just wait for stuff to come out, which is already coming out, and we just wait for the numbers to tick up. So I'll kind of let that run, and then we'll be back once we're ready to launch some stuff off and kind of see what's going on. I didn't plan on doing this. Honestly, I was going to do it the next episode, but I figured, I mean, we need to progress, you know, and we can make things look a little crazy while we're doing that. Look at all of that, though. Look at it. What do we got? What do we got? Smart plates? Dang. Those actually look... I mean, these do look really cool. So once we actually build the space elevator... Oh, look at the automated wiring. Once we actually do have the space elevator factory going, this stuff is going to be constantly made, and then we'll just sink the excess, you know? So what did I get? Okay, so I got 200 times 24. So I got 40. So I need 1,200. So that should be 6 stacks, right? 1,200 divided by 200 is 6. Okay. So I'll need 6 more stacks of steel beams. And look at those numbers. Look at them going up. Yes. Excellent. All right, so I'm going to let that run. I'm going to let those numbers kind of build up. And then, yeah, we'll meet back here when we go and launch that thing. All right, so quick update. I've kind of, let's say, supplemented how things are going. We are completely done with the automated wiring, and now we're just doing the versatile frameworks and the smart plating. But I am getting tired of waiting for this, so I think I'm going to bite the bullet, and we are going to research the Summer Sloop production amplifier, right? Is that what that is? Yes, and we have all the things, so let's go ahead and knock that out. What do you got for me?
Production amplifier unlocked. Every single manufacturing and smelting building will be backwards compatible with this new technology. These buildings can now have a summer sloop embedded to increase resource output without requiring more input, at the cost of greatly increased power consumption.
Flow cycles within flow cycles make explosions into temples and explosions into temples. The spin sphere of woven windows. Each tiny body contains tinier bodies until the line layers fold into curves which folds into threads which weave a tapestry. A song of light and leaf and flower, a dance of matter clouds and...
I think they're trying to explain energy to matter conversion theory, but you do not need to understand it to do your job. I'll just mute them for you so you can continue your mission. I, however, will be taking notes. This is fascinating material.
Okay. Thank you. So the whole reason we're doing this, right, is so that I can put summer sloops in there, and now all of a sudden we're getting double the output. And I'm going to do that for as much as I can to make this go as fast as possible. And I have no idea how much power this is going to take. So hopefully we don't shut down. Well, that's awkward. What is it? What? Hello? 200 megawatts? Are you serious right now? Oh yeah, see, look, we got into one of the dips. Okay, here's what we're gonna have to do. We are gonna get rid of that. Just for now. Let's see if that works. That should greatly take down our consumption. Even our max consumption. So that, look at that. Oh, look at the purple flames. Ah. Okay. We're going to take down this too. Nothing but the space elevator parts. How about now? Yes. Yes. Okay, max consumption even lower than it was. Yes. We just need consumption to be below, I think 1050 is our lowest, 1075, something like that. God, it's so close. I don't know where all this is coming from. I basically took the steel plant offline and took the weapons factory line. Like, what is taking all of this power? I guess that's... I have 800 megawatts of use right here, right? Yeah, 800 and... what? 806? Just right here? That's a lot. But we are producing way more output now. We're literally just getting double what we could have got before. Ugh. Okay. Let's... I guess we're going to have to supplement this with biomass. So let me go get that set up and knock this out. All right, just a quick little, 150 megawatts here, right? 30 times 6, 180 megawatts, which kind of gets us over, well, hopefully that gets us over the hump. I mean, we are right at it. When we dip, we are right at it. But it seems like it's keeping us above water. So let's hope these things kind of hurry up. And then the next thing you should see for real this time is us launching that space elevator. All right, so you can see we've got the last few parts coming in. And once I added the summer sloops, it kind of threw off all the ratios. So I'm producing way more than I actually need. But I think the last couple bits are stuck. Okay. Well, let's see if we can't clear some of this out, maybe, huh? Smart plating. Yes. Oh, I can't grab it. Here, I'm going to have to just delete this. I should have 6 left, though. Let's see. There we go. Enough. So there we go. Let's start. Honestly, I've never been to phase 3. I've never been farther than this. Never done oil, never done trains, none of that. So this is all going to be new.
Welcome to the Project Assembly Pioneer Progress presentation.
Ooh.
Congratulations, the Phase 2 project part shipment is now ready for delivery. On delivery, Phase 2 will be completed and the construction dock will be constructed. After completion of Phase 2, the technologies of TS5
Yes,
and
all of
6
this,
will
especially
become
this.
available in the hub. These might feel intimidating after your previous experience, but rest assured that you would not be here if you were entirely incompetent. Highlights are oil production, railway transportation, the jetpack, and many more. Completing Phase 3 of Project Assembly is your next main
This is
objective.
crazy
Just
to me.
remember to focus on producing and delivering the project parts, and fix its faith in you will be strengthened.
This is crazy, but let's do it. Oh, hold on. Oh, we gotta get to a good spot to look. Yay! We're gonna watch it in full HD. I love that it does that. There's also really good lighting for this. It's a good time of day. This is crazy to me. I honestly, like I said, I've never got this far, so it's just mind-boggling to even be thinking about tackling some of this stuff, especially when we have a starter factory that's not even fully built. Dang, look at that. Come on back.
Phase 2 of project assembly completed. You have been performing more adequately under pressure and are closer than ever to saving the day.
Closer than ever.
Perhaps you were the right choice for the job. Time will tell. You will now enter phase 3 of project assembly. Continue as you are, and there should be no issue. For humanity, for fix it.
So motivating. All right, well, let's see and preview kind of what we've started unlocking, or what we have to unlock before we start moving. Oh man, okay. Jetpack. This will be great once I get motors going. I could probably get this now, but we'll see. Oil processing. This is huge, and there's quite a few things in here. New products, circuit boards we need, rubber, plastic, valves for sure. Valves might even solve the issue we're having with our power plant right now. All this oil stuff. Logistics Mark IV is huge, especially for that. We got tons of encased industrial beams, so I think we'll be okay in that. Fluid packaging. This is huge. Liquid biofuel for not only for the jetpack, but you can use it for cars too. Packaged fuel for jetpacks, things like that. And then, of course, fuel generators. Like I said, I've never got this far, so this is just insane. And then tier 6, that's when we start getting the big boys, you know. Manufacturers are huge because that's going to allow us to do a lot of stuff, like start making the reanimated SAM or whatever it is. What are they? These things. SAM fluctuators. We can start manufacturing SAM fluctuators. A bunch of other stuff. Computers, heavy modular frames. And then trains. Trains are something I've never done. Signaling we'll need. This is huge. Mostly for that. And then bigger blueprints. So lots to look forward to. A lot of building we're going to get to do here. And yeah, I hope you guys are enjoying and you kind of see my vision. And yeah, so we're going to call it an episode here. Thank you all so much. And we'll see you in the next one.